What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Kyle.
And I'm Hayley.
And today we've come back out into the Peak District, and in today's video we're answering your submitted questions. So this past week on our social media, we put the nets out and we asked you guys on our Facebook, Instagram, and I think on our YouTube community page for your questions that you might want to ask us. The juicier, the better. So in today's video, we thought we'd get you guys involved, sort of let you get to know us a little bit better and answer your questions.
So we've come out to the old reliable Beely Moor. We usually come in the van and we don't actually show it off on the channel, so we figured we might as well show it off on the channel doing the Q&A because there's a couple of interesting points along the way.
So admittedly there's not a great deal out here in Beely Moor that we can show you if we're going to do like a full feature video, but there are a couple points of interest like Hayley said. And first up we're going to head up to something called Hobhurst's House, which I think is a Bronze Age burial mound. So we're going to start answering your guys' questions. I've got a bunch of questions on my phone from everyone who has submitted them. Thank you very much. As a bit of a thank you for submitting your questions, if we can find that you've got like a page, a YouTube channel or some socials or a business, we're going to put a link in the description to anyone who's submitted a question. So thank you very much for that. Question number one is from our good friend Harrison Tom over at Tom Topics, and he has asked, what is the most underrated Peak District location? Now, well, I'll answer this. I've had a conversation with Harrison on this, and I think the most overrated location in the Peak District is actually Mam Tor, just because it's so busy these days. But I think underrated is Rushup Edge, which is just off from Mam Tor.
Yeah.
I think it might even be slightly higher, but you basically get exactly the same views over Edale and Hope Valley without the crowds. So
it's also quite an interesting view because you've got sheer drops, so it makes for interesting photography, I think.
Yeah, so it's quite a popular photography location in the Peak District. So, question number one. Okay, question number two comes from Slater. What are your aims with van life?
So I think the aims with van life at the minute are to basically get it insulated before autumn sets in, and then hopefully throughout winter we can try and get its issues sorted on the engine, and then hopefully by mid next year it'll finally be done.
Yeah, we always planned about a year or so for the van build. Some people will do it a lot quicker than us, some people might do it a lot slower than us, but our aims with van life at the moment and the van build is just to get it finished, then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is from Gavin Rolph, he has said, when is the Raisin Meets Ralph episode happening? Now, Gavin is a photographer. He's got a photography business, so I'll leave links in the description for that. And he also has a little black pug, just like Raisin, this guy down here. So yes, they absolutely have to meet. And if we do meet, we'll get it all on camera.
Be the Ralph and Raisin duo. Right, so the next question is from Lisa Hart Grooming, and if you haven't seen her page, she does a dog grooming business, and it's a bit of a Asian fusion sort of dog grooming, and it's really crazy what she does. It's so cool. And her question is, how did you meet, and do you both have a love for exploring? So we sort of both met on Plenty of Fish.
Online dating, it is a success.
And yeah, we actually initially started sort of urbexing when we first got together, so it all stemmed from that. And pretty much we just love to watch like travel YouTube channels, so yeah.
And urbex channels.
And urbex channels.
Urbex, by the way, if you don't know, is urban exploring is what it's short for. And we used to go into like abandoned buildings and things and like take photographs, which
wild.
Now I think back to it, it was a bit probably unsafe, but we enjoy doing it anyway.
Yeah, so thank you for your question, Lisa.
So next question comes from our friend Tom Topics, officially from his channel. He snuck 2 questions in, and he asks, what is your favourite flavour of juice? Now I know we asked for juicy questions, mate, but I wasn't expecting that. But we do have an answer, and that is Chatsworth Farm Shop orange juice. If you follow us on socials, you know what we mean. I think we both underestimated just how hot it was going to be today. This is also a first for the channel. The day that this video comes out is the day that we're filming it. So if you're seeing this on a Sunday about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, it means we succeeded. Okay, next question is from Bilbo Ben 2, and he asks, have you ever taken your mam up Mam Tour?
No.
No. Right, we've dipped under some trees because it's incredibly hot today.
Yeah, we weren't expecting it to be this hot.
And now we're surrounded by flies. But we're gonna make the most of it. This is the challenge. We're doing Q&A, guys.
So our next question is from Travelling with Crow's Feet.
Yep.
They're an Australian couple that they've got their own Instagram and their own YouTube channel, and I think they plan to come to the Peak District next year. So
shout out to you guys. You are always in our comments.
They're always in our comments. So their question is, tell us more about yourselves. How long have you known each other? Where did you meet? What do you both do for work? Future plans, full-time, van life, etc.
So 17 questions.
Yeah.
Thanks for them. How long have you known each other? We have known each other for 9 years now.
Yeah.
We've been married for a little over 1 year.
Yeah. Where did you meet?
We kind of covered that already, but we met online. But then we met up at a venue in Nottingham called Rock City, because we're both little emo goth people.
Right, what do you both do for work?
So I have worked in the games industry for, I can't remember how long, I think it's like 15 years, I don't know, it's a long time, probably not quite that long.
And I work for a walking holiday company in the Peak District.
So appropriate.
Yeah. And so, future plans?
Future plans, I don't know, I guess for the channel, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're not going to stop doing Peak District content. We want to do more.
Out a little bit.
Yeah, we want to go out a little bit further than the Peak District, like Wales and the Lake District we've hardly touched, and then there's all of Scotland. So van life will play a big part in the channel. We're not going to do dedicated van life videos, but the van is going to be one of the biggest tools that we've ever created to help us get out there and just go further for longer and in a lot more comfort.
Yeah.
Cheers for your question.
So our next question is from Sloth and Tree, and their question is, any plans to go full-time in the van or a long trip around Europe?
Well, with the current energy prices, yeah, never say never. I'm really lucky because I can actually work remote in my job, and I have done for the past couple of years because of COVID.
Me not so much.
You not so much, but I could always drop you off at work. But honestly, the way that energy prices are going at the moment, and they're going up again in October, we're actually in the process of sorting out our solar panels on the van. So to get free electricity instead of having to pay for it would be pretty cool to go full time with that, wouldn't it? So never say never.
And as for going to Europe, yeah, we'd like to do that. We'd like to go to perhaps Austria or Switzerland. That would be the dream. Maybe even Norway.
Yeah, I'm addicted to mountains, guys.
And we'd also quite like to see those other islands that are just up from Scotland. What were they?
Well, like Orkney, the Shetland Isles are even higher up, and then even higher than that is the Faroe Islands.
That's the one, yeah.
Which we might struggle to get a van to.
And we'd also quite like to do a bit of France, because apparently that's meant to be camper van friendly, so yeah, that would be maybe a little bit of something down the line.
Okay, we're still making the most of this nice shade. Next question is from a chap called Graham Barker. Shout out to Graham Barker. He's always in our comments. I think he's in our travel group on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. He asks, any plans for a mini-me or two?
Maybe not two.
Which is poignant because we just watched Austin Powers the other night, didn't we?
Yeah.
So probably for the best part of 8 years, our answer to that would always have been no. Don't know why, it just always has been, but like in the past year or so we've slowly started to talk about it, haven't we?
Yeah,
There's
maybe
a possibility.
just like one.
Not two. The dog is enough, guys.
Yeah.
Looking after Puppa. For me, I think I would just want to be a lot more financially stable. I'd want our own place. We currently rent in the Peak District. We don't own our property, so maybe a nice little house somewhere, build a proper nest, basically. But for now, absolutely not. We're cracking on with YouTube, mate. Okay, sun's kind of gone in a little bit now. It's at least behind some cloud, so we're going to make the most of that. Next question is from somebody called Keith Leasley. Thank you for your question, Keith. Keith asks, do you think you might get a chance to do a video at Isle Hall and Dovedale at some point? And I'd like to see an Isle of Anglesey video. Well, Keith, got you covered, mate. We do already have a video of Dovedale on the channel. I don't know if you've seen it or not. We sort of went across Dovedale and covered a lot of the little famous sort of rocky outcrops, and we took pictures of them. We've not done one of Isle Hall though, so I'll have to look into that and get back to you. We have also done a video on Anglesey. I'm getting out of breath. No, keep going. We have also done a video on the Isle of Anglesey. I think it was well over a year or so ago, and we covered a couple of spots around Anglesey as part of a larger Wales trip. But we do absolutely plan on going back because we love Anglesey. And hopefully sometime soon on the channel we're going to go to one of probably the strangest places we've ever been to, which we know is on Anglesey, so we'll keep you posted. We made it to the top, and Hobhurst House is just behind us, so we're going to go and show you that in a minute. But first, let's answer some more of your guys' questions. Do you want to hold that?
I've grown.
Hayley's now the same height as me because she stood on the brick. Okay.
So the next question is, what have we got?
Let me get it up on the phone. We've got it from Country Topper. The Country Topper says, now we asked for juicy questions. Have you thought about doing OnlyFans? Loads seem to be doing it these days, saying they're rinsing it, doing 10k a month, quitting their jobs, etc. Who says we haven't already got an OnlyFans?
Wink.
No, seriously, no, we won't be doing that. My mum watches these videos. Mum, do not Google OnlyFans.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so next question comes from a chap called Joseph Lewing. Thank you for your question, mate. He says, where are the fuses for the fridge and the water pump located in your van? Now, I'm assuming you're talking about our older van, Little Merlin, which we no longer have anymore. I can't remember where they were. Where were they?
They were just above the fridge. They were located in a little, like, pop-out things.
Okay. Kind of short answer, we don't know anymore. We don't own that van. But we will be installing a new fridge in our new van, and it's going to be a big chest fridge as well, probably. So we could probably let you know when we build that bit out.
So our next question is from Sharon Simpson. She says, will you be taking your van abroad, and if so, where? At the minute, I think the only abroad place we're going to take it is Scotland. It's not really abroad, but it's quite far away for us. But we've already kind of covered this question anyway, so maybe in the future we might go into Europe. So guys, we have made it to the top of Beeley Moor and we've arrived at Hobhurst House.
So this is Hobhurst's house up on Beeley Moor. Admittedly, not a great deal to look at, but beneath where I'm sat is in fact a Bronze Age square burial mound.
Hobhurst House is over 3,000 years old. They found human remains, and it's actually one of the first monuments in Britain that was taken into state care. It was taken in by the English Heritage, and it's currently being looked after by the Peak District National Park.
So another question has come in from Sarah Hardy, and she asks, do you guys have day jobs or are you full-time YouTubers? I guess we've kind of touched on this already. A few questions did cross over, but yeah, we both have day jobs, and we currently do YouTube in our spare time on the weekends when it's like not raining and stuff. Okay, so second to last question comes from Claire Fillingham, and I really like this question. Thank you for this, Claire. Claire asks, what's your favourite quote or favourite piece of advice? And for me, it's a quote by Confucius that says, every man has two lives and the second starts when he realises that he has just one. That holds a lot of meaning for both of us, actually. And that's kind of the way that we live our life now. So yeah, thank you very much for that one. Them flies, mate. Get them. Get them. Okay, so last question comes from Steve Stain Photography. Steve, I follow you on Facebook, I believe. I picked you up somewhere along the way. But Steve does landscape photography, so we'll leave links in the description to Steve's work. Steve would like to know, why did you start your YouTube channel? How long has it been? And do you plan your videos or do you just go out and shoot? So we absolutely plan our videos. I'm the planner for the videos. I always make sure that we've got a beginning, a middle and end, and lots of facts and figures, and so we don't just make a video that looks nice, but it's also got a bit of substance and a bit of value, and we hope that you guys sort of appreciate that. So whenever we show you a location, we like to let you know where the car park is, if there are any facilities, best time to go, things like that. So yeah, we do always plan, and actually we've gone out a few times, haven't we? Yeah. Without a plan, and it falls to bits. There's so many failed vlogs that you guys will never see. Maybe we'll put them up on the channel one day, but yeah, we do plan our videos. So regarding how long it's been, we've been on YouTube now for 2 years.
Yeah, it was about September 2020, so we're coming up to that date now.
Yeah, not that long. So that might be surprising to some of you. Maybe you think we've been doing it longer, maybe you think we've been doing it less. But we were some of the idiots that tried to start a channel in the pandemic and getting out and about when lockdowns were a thing and you couldn't go out, it was illegal. And actually, that's the origin story for our top 10 Peak District destinations video, which is the best video we've ever made.
Yeah, we'll
give you some facts on that one day.
So the final question from Steve was, why did you start your channel? So I think one of the reasons was obviously we used to watch a lot of YouTube channels, and that was like our nightly.
Still do.
Yeah, we still do. We just really found our love for travel channels, and really enjoyed watching other YouTube creators.
We watch Cara and Nate's channel. We watch Fly in the Nest, King in It, The Endless Adventure, Eamon and Beck.
All the big ones.
There's a lot of big travel channels. If you've not heard of any of those, you need to go check them out because they're doing it big time nowadays, aren't they?
Yeah, we've started it probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and we've just not stopped watching them ever since. So
we never bothered with TV. We just watch YouTube.
And so we kind of thought, well, if they can do it, why can't we?
But if we're being honest, one of the main reasons that we do this is. Back in 2019, I had a cancer diagnosis, not really something that I ever share, but we figured we'd do it for this video because it means a lot to us. Toughest time of both our lives, it's something that we both went through together. And it basically it fundamentally rewired my brain. I came out of it healthy, by the way, I'm healthy now. I had a life-saving operation, pulled the nasty tumour out. And I definitely feel, this is hard, I suppose. So basically I have a much bigger thirst for life. We realised that we were kind of in zombie mode, just sort of, rolling through life and not really aiming for anything. So now we get out there every day and live life. And like Hayley said, we saw these YouTubers on our TVs, and we used to sit there and say oh, it'd be nice if, or that would be good to do, but we don't have enough money, we don't know what to do with being on camera, we don't own a camera. So many buts and false walls that we'd put up. So we wanted to end on this one because our message really for you guys is, if there's something that you want to do, don't wait for things to go bad before you do it. There's no such thing as the right time. You just need to go out there and do it. If you want to learn a second language, if you want to learn to paint, if there's that girl that you wanted to ask out, you just do it. Just go and do it. Start tomorrow. Don't wait for things to go bad. Because here we are 2 years later with our own YouTube channel. We've got no plans of stopping. See what the future brings.
Right, so we've wiped away all the tears. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that submitted the questions. We really appreciate your guys' support. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up.
And you know what I'm going to say, if you like the look of our faces and you want to see more content just like this out in the Peak District, or maybe a bit further afield, hit that little subscribe button down there, because that's where hit that little subscribe button down there, because that way it's going to guarantee that you see us in the next video. So until then,
we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.